Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought maybe tonight we would just do a short, fun video. I just want to share with you a couple of my hobbies, and I would love to hear about yours. So let me know in the comments below what you do when you have a little bit of spare time. So one of the things that I like to do is crochet. My crochet time is very limited because last January, what's the January before? I developed a tendonitis that is called Decarvein's tenosynovitis. Basically, it runs from the thumb and into the wrist. It was very, very, very painful. Very painful. I had to stop crocheting. I was sleeping in a brace, and basically I was wearing a brace that immobilized my thumb. And I quit crocheting altogether. I took about a year off from crocheting, and that was a little bit hard because that's one of my favorite hobbies. I have a few hobbies, but that's one of my favorites. I like making things with my hands. It's a really good feeling when you work on a project and then it turns out amazing and you have something to show for all of your work, or to show for your spare time, I guess. So it was hard to give up crocheting, but in December, my daughter's friends told my daughter they wanted handmade gifts for Christmas. So I made them some bags. I crocheted them, and then I crocheted one for myself, like the ones I crocheted for the girls. It's just a tote bag. It's it's kind of a small tote bag. Let's get my planner out of there. Makes it easier to maneuver and manipulate it. But basically, super simple, really easy to make. Pretty much the entire thing is just single crochet, and you just start with a rectangle base and then start going around and around and around, and do different colors, and then when you get to the top, you know, make the handles. So very simple, very easy, and it was something like they didn't have one, so I was like, I'll make them each a bag. So I made them each a bag, different colors than this here. This is the one that I made for myself because I really liked this color combo. Thought this was great. And I tend to be one of those that when I am doing crochet projects, I make things for everybody else, and I tend to not make things for myself. So I thought, you know, for once I should probably just make myself something. So I made a bag. Now, I did just make another one. This is a gift for a coworker that just had a birthday. So I put some chocolate in there. But those bags are so simple to make. It's kind of amazing. How this started, actually, my mom started me on this. My mom lives in Colorado, which is relevant because in Colorado, you have to literally pay for a grocery bag at the grocery store. Like they charge you for a bag. So a lot of people in Colorado, when that started occurring, started actually switching to use reusable bags. And my mom, being of the creative type, she started crocheting her own shopping bags. And then I, of course, asked her, well, how do you do that? Do you have a pattern or something? And she said, no, I just crocheted a rectangle in the size that I wanted the bag to be, and then just started going round and round and round. And then at the top, she basically explained how she did her handles. I do the handles almost the same way as my mom, maybe just slightly different. But basically, super easy, and it was something she could do because she loves to crochet and knit and quilt, all those things. My mom's really good at creating, really good at creating. She made me a quilt for Christmas. But anyway, so I have started making a few bags, and I've got coworkers that like the bags that I have made. So for some birthdays at work, I'm going to make a few bags. Now, I do have to pace myself so that that tendonitis doesn't return. I can tell when I have crocheted too much. So I do limit my crochet time, maybe an hour or two in a day. That's it. And then there are even days where I just don't pick it up at all because that rest for my hand is good. When I did develop tendonitis, I will tell you, I was spending a ridiculous amount of time crocheting. Now, I work full time, so obviously it wasn't all of my time, but it was all of my spare time in the evening. So say supper's done, dishes cleaned up, then I can go crochet. And I could literally sit and crochet until bedtime. And then on the weekends, on my days off, I would crochet a lot also. So I was crocheting a ton. And I love this hobby and I want to keep doing this hobby. So for the sake of being able to continue to do this hobby, I limit myself. So tonight, this is what I made. This is a dishcloth that looks like a flower. The pattern is actually a sunflower pattern, but I didn't make it in sunflower colors. I have sunflower colors, but I wanted to make it pink. So tonight, I made a dishcloth. That was the extent of my crochet tonight. Just one little dishcloth. And then, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll make one more little dishcloth, and eventually I'll have a whole set of dishcloths that I can gift to someone. So that is what I have been up to. Now, my life has been pretty crazy, pretty hectic. We've had vehicles in and out of shops. When you drive older vehicles, that's sometimes things break, and in my situation, all three decided to have issues all at once. The timing was impeccable, but a lot of the repairs are done. Just have one more vehicle I've got to get into the shop. And I mean, I think I've spent, let's see, $5,700 on one vehicle, $1,500 on the other. So that's a little over $7,000. We've spent a little over $7,000 in vehicle repairs in the last month, which I know sounds absolutely crazy, but it's just reality when you drive older vehicles. And if you go look at used vehicles in a car lot, they are outrageously priced. You are still better off to sink the money into fixing your old vehicle right now than even just buying a used vehicle. And that used vehicle, if you buy a used vehicle, may come to you with issues, and you may still end up with big repair bills for buying used vehicles. And the new ones, they're not much better, because I have a coworker, I have a lot of them, but I have a coworker whose daughter is driving a newer vehicle and the transmission went out. So there's no guarantee that you aren't going to have repair bills, whether you have newer vehicles or older vehicles. Sometimes repairs just have to happen. But anyway, thank you for watching my little chat about hobbies. My other hobbies that I enjoy are reading. I love to read. Drawing. I love to draw. And I'm going to admit this. I, the other day, built a pretty pink house in Minecraft. My husband and my son, they like to play Minecraft and they like to play video games. And one of the things that I have found that is great for bonding with them is sometimes you just gotta play with them. So yeah, so sometimes, on occasion, I do actually get on the Xbox with my husband and play a little Minecraft. There, I admitted it. I've never been a video game person. I find them to be mostly a waste of time. but sometimes it is good in a marriage. It is good when you're in a relationship to show interest in some of the things that your significant other has an interest in. Show a genuine interest. Spend time with them on their interest. It will bring you closer. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Happy Monday.